Hey everybody, this is James with wstrades.com. I want to provide an update here on ticker symbol FUBO or FUBOTV Inc. I'm just looking at a few of the recent news stories here. There is one from bngo, and it says someone with a lot of money to spend has taken a bearish stance on FUBOTV, and retail traders should know. We noticed this today when the big position showed up on publicly available options history that we track here at bngo. It says whether this is an institution or just a wealthy individual, we don't know, but when something this big happens with FUBO, it often means somebody knows something is about to happen. How do we know what the whale just did? It says today, bngo's option scanner spotted 14 uncommon options trades for FUBOTV. This isn't normal. The overall sentiment of these big money trades is split between 28.57% bullish and 71.43% bearish. Out of all the special options we uncovered, 6 are puts for a total amount of $237,541, and 8 are calls for a total amount of $402,508. Says taking into account the volume and open interest on these contracts, it appears that the whales have been targeting a price range from $20 to $30 for FUBOTV over the last 3 months. So as one of the recent news stories that are being talked about there, let's actually take a look at the price action here. On the 15-minute chart, you can see this thing was in a downtrend, but seemed to bottom out here around 20 bucks. You can see this thing was just trending down, making lower lows, making lower highs. Then it came down and touched this $20 level, bounced off of it, came and touched it again, rejected it again, and then you see the next low here up around 2020, and then the next low up here around $21. So it's looking like this thing is starting to find its legs. Definitely see here that it is starting to make some higher lows. So we'll kind of see what happens here as we had a high up here around 2156 before pulling back, and now it is starting to trickle higher again. So we'll kind of see if this area can be busted through here on the 15-minute chart. If the buyers can pump this thing and really get it above this 2156, then we've got a chance here to be making some higher highs and some higher lows. So definitely looking a little bit better here on the 15-minute chart. Let's check out the 1-hour chart. So on the 1-hour chart, you get a pretty good idea of when that downtrend started, right up around here. This thing was uptrending, kind of went into a consolidation phase, and then near earnings was when that sell-off started. You can see after hours here, nasty candle. It had touched a high of 35.67 there in after hours trading when the earnings information was released. And then you definitely see that downtrend here and it trying to find a bottom here at $20 or so. Let's check out the daily chart. So on the daily chart, you can see this kind of been trading within a range before that big move down on earnings. I mean, you have some crazy movement here earlier on this chart, but then the thing recovered and it really started to get stuck within a range. For a while, it was pretty much trading between about $23 and $35, really just kind of chopping around within that range before the earnings and this big move down. You can see here that it broke through some pretty long-term support there around $23. You can see it came down, touched it, rejected it, came down, touched it, another rejection, and then that's where it came down here again, touched a little lower, had a big move up to about 35, and then that's where it fell through. You can see my trend reversal indicator here on the daily chart threw up a buy signal on this candle right here. And then it threw up a stop loss line about $23, and that was definitely broken through in this latest move down. So since this thing has fallen through this 23 level here on the daily chart, you can see some lower prices. Right here, you see this thing came down and touched around 1741 or so on this big move down right here. And then it rallied a bit, rejected the 21, and then came even lower again down to around 15. So we'll kind of see what happens here. It's looking like if this thing comes back up on the daily chart and tries to reject this 21-day EMA, I'm guessing it's going to come down here and test around 1750. If that level doesn't hold, if it falls through that, sells through that, and closes below that on the daily, then I would think that it would come down here and try to test this low on the daily chart of about 1464. So to the upside, let me zoom in here a little bit. To the upside, I definitely want to see this thing back up a little bit here to maybe around this level, 23, because you can see how this thing was kind of chopping around. Sold to this level here, had that nice rally or that big run, and then it fell below that 23. So, if the buyers can prop this thing up and really hold that 20 level, I'm going to be looking here. If this thing can break above the 23 level and close above that level, then I think it's got a good chance to bust through the 21-day EMA. And we'll definitely see some higher prices. So definitely to the upside, I'm looking around that 23 level. And then again, to the downside, I'm looking here around 1750 or so. You can see where this stop loss line plotted here on the daily chart. I'll continue to keep you guys updated on ticker FUBO or FUBOTV Inc. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.